Hello guys. So I came back from my break to try out 2042's new 4.1 update, which is potentially the last update before Season 1 releases, hopefully soon. And I was really hoping this would be quite a game changer in terms of input lag and performance, and maybe even just a boost in the gameplay experience as well. So according to the patch notes, the biggest updates are vehicle changes, Boris turret nerfs, and then improvements to input lag and trigger delay, something that is definitely my most frustrating issue with the game. Unfortunately, something that is immediately apparent is that on every server that I played, there's a very inconsistent and random lag spike that happens every 20 or 30 seconds that everyone seemed to experience. Lag, anyone? Oh dear, that's a good one. Now, as you can imagine, I can't tell if mouse input or input lag is fixed due to the fact that my game was lagging every so often, so it's quite hard to get a feel for it. As far as I could tell, there was potentially an improvement to performance when I was checking my frame rate, and the lag seems to be more server related than PC related as far as I can tell. The other problem is I am now experiencing crashes as well. So one thing that I've never experienced before this update was crashing. I basically never crashed in about 6 months. And now I can only last about 1 or 2 games before the game will completely crash when loading the next game. I've also heard that it's the same on other platforms and they're experiencing this problem. Now, onto the gameplay experience. So another huge change is that they've got rid of 128 player breakthrough completely. Now, I know some people loved the chaos of that game mode, but to be fair, it was probably the game's lowest performance mode with all the players bunched up into one area. So now all you can play is 64 player breakthrough. But strangely, they've also made half the 64 player maps play on the 128 player versions. Now, I of course have always preferred the 64 player breakthrough servers as they had better performance, less vehicles, and more infantry focused gameplay all around. But now, you sometimes play on the larger maps. We're back to the issue of combat pacing being slower and less intense. Allegedly, some people have said that they still have the same vehicle numbers as the 128 player servers as well, so even less infantry combat to be seen. I really don't know why they've chosen to spread the players out on this intense 64 player version. Now, some slightly smaller changes, such as increasing the size of the insertion beacon. I was pretty happy to hear about this one because I've always found that the insertion beacon's almost impossible to see, and obviously it's so easy to hide and it just makes people spawning behind you constantly annoying. What? Is that the big... How is that bigger? That's not bigger, it's like the exact same size. What? It's the exact... I don't even know why they listed this in the patch notes. You cannot tell the difference. The spawn beacon should be the same size as it was in BF3 and BF4 because it's such an advantage, it needs to be visible. As for the classes, Angel now no longer drops armor in his ammo bundle that he throws down. And I found this a little strange, as this was essentially the only reason to use him as a specialist. So now, if you just take Falk with an ammo box, you essentially outclass him in every way. The only reason, I guess, to take Angel now is to be a stationary AA unit with unlimited ammo refills for his loadout. Frankly, I prefer if they got rid of armor altogether, but at least they've removed it from a prominent class that uses it. And then the biggest class change that everyone has been asking for was the Boris Sentry gun nerfs, which was a welcome surprise. I saw a lot less people playing Boris, and of course the Sentry gun is way less powerful to play against. Easier to destroy, longer to lock on, does less damage, etc. It's still a little bit frustrating to find one when you're flanking an entire team because you still get 3D spotted, but it's not the full 3D body scan, it's just the 3D marker above your head. As for the gun changes, they've supposedly reduced base recoil for all automatic weapons, but alongside that they've toned down recoil reduction from attachments, so it essentially feels the same. I didn't feel much difference. Specifically for DMRs, they've reduced horizontal recoil. I personally haven't seen anyone using DMRs since the last update, so maybe they'll actually be usable again. And to my surprise, they actually rebuffed the NTW50 against vehicles, if you remember how powerful that was. maybe it will actually be worth taking against vehicles now. And lastly, but not least, the bolty vehicle is finally classed as a heavy vehicle, so it's now in the same category as a tank. This is something I thought happened in the last update, but now they've actually done it. Before this update, you could still have 6 or 7 bolties per team just marauding around the map at all times, taking up the transport vehicle slots and dominating the infantry. Why this took 8 months to be realized, I really don't know. They've already addressed about 3 months ago how powerful the bolties were, but it's only just been addressed now. And overall, that's about it. It's a pretty disappointing update, mainly because of the lags and the crashes, making the game almost unplayable. However, I do think this will get fixed again very soon in some sort of quick fix, potentially just reversing whatever changes they made to performance and impact lag. I assume that's the only change I can imagine that caused this. I didn't have huge expectations for the content and the gameplay. There's some very small improvements there. Essentially, we are still just waiting for the Season 1 update to see any major improvements. I know a lot of people are kind of waiting for this game to be finished and constantly looking up videos and streams. Number one question is it worth downloading again? But yeah, I hope this cleared up any thoughts about whether it's worth returning now. As I've said, it's only going to be worth checking out Season 1 update at this time. I think that's where you're going to genuinely see a change in the gameplay and hopefully the performance. I will of course be covering that update once it comes out. There'll be a video and I'll be streaming it. Anyway, here's some gameplay of the 4.0 and 4.1 updates if you want to see how it's currently playing. And if this video helped you, give it a like. Cheers. When I did my wish list for the next Battlefield, one of the things I said, and I made like really clear, is that, you know, gameplay and performance first over everything. Like, which is why I think BattleBit might do quite well. I mean, that is truly taking that to the next level. That is literally like, it is truly gameplay and performance over everything. Oh, that was nice. I'm actually beaming right now. Kind of nuts. That's a lot of enemies too. I stopped shooting because I thought they were dead. Or should I say I stopped aiming? I actually stopped. I thought they were dead again. Hello? Did I not just... Okay. A bit weird. I swear I just shot this guy in the head. Okay, not bad, not bad, not bad. No. No fucking way. I died to a sentry gun. Just get out of the vehicle and fight me! Jeez, this is action-packed. This is the kind of Battlefield you like to see, you know? There's an entire team there, guys. Hold on, I need to quickly reload. I don't know if I'm going to survive this, but it'll be great if I do. Holy shit, this is nuts. This now is now gonna... You should try Tarkov. I think I will have the same effect as Hell Let Loose, in that I'll want to just tear my eyes out, which I did. I have tried Tarkov, actually. Hello? Uh-oh. What was that? I definitely just shot that guy and he didn't take any damage. I don't think I was missing. I had to, it's that bug again. That you remember when you have to like restart your... You have to repress your fire button. Otherwise it doesn't register bullets. You know? That was the bug I just had right there. Like, literally no one cares about the endgame voice lines. I think what's happened is they've seen Apex and they've seen Modern Warfare with the weird endgame things. And they're like, we need that. That is what players want. Why did they play Apex and Modern Warfare? The voice lines. That is an integral part of this game. And we must keep it. We will not remove it. I think they genuinely are going to re-record all the voice lines instead of just admitting that the voice lines are just not needed. They're not necessary. If they genuinely like listen to the community and listen to what people are saying, just remove the voice lines, all of them. No, literally, it's not important. No one's playing the game for the voice lines. And the worst part is the voice lines aren't even like... Half of them are just toxic. Like, they just don't even make sense. How do I... Oh, God. There's no way I'm timing that right. Holy shit, dude. That shouldn't be allowed. Oh, that's okay. Cool. Right, that boy is dead now. Good. There's a guy behind that box. That was my kill, but I got an assist. I literally heard the sound. I wish the game had a performance mode and a beauty mode. So they build, let's say they build it in beauty mode first and then basically just make it a complete bare bones, like absolute dog looking, but it runs insanely well. So if you want to play on performance mode, everyone gets like 100 FPS. But if you want to play on beauty mode, you can, and the game will look good. And then, boom. I mean, obviously, easier said than done, right? They probably want to do that anyway. They're trying to optimize the game right now. That's probably one of the big things they're doing. But that's, you know. God. Oh, God. What are you doing? P19 slaps. Oh, my God. It really does. Okay. Taking up the kill feed there. Oh my God. We win. How am I still alive? What? Am I invisible or something? What's going on? Jesus.